Hello students. Yesterday I have started with normal distribution, and this normal distribution I have told it is a bell shaped symmetric curve which is symmetric about the line x is equal to mu, and I told the total area under the curve is 1, that is 100, and if you take it in terms of probability, the total area you can take it as 1. So I have given you some characteristics of this normal distribution, and yesterday I told that approximately 68.26% of the values lie between plus or minus 1 from standard, that is from mu, and here about 95.5% of the values lie between plus or mu plus or minus 2 standard deviation, that is from mean plus 2 standard deviation minus 2 standard deviation, and in the same way approximately 99.7% of the values lie between plus or z equal to plus or minus 3. Approximately this will be 68.2%, and this will be 95.5%, and total is 99.7%. All the values lie between plus or minus 3 standard deviation from mean. So now here for the practical purpose for doing the problem, this formula will be using z equal to x minus mu by sigma. So here if x is a random variable which is following normal distribution with mean mu and standard deviation sigma. Already I said that for the normal distribution we require two parameters, mean and standard deviation. Only two parameters you require. So if you take x is a random variable which is following normal distribution, then z, that is the random variable z, is defined by z equal to x minus mu by sigma. This is the formula what we will be using in our problem. Z equal to x minus mu by sigma, and z is called here, this z is called standard normal variable or standard normal variate. And to here why do you use this z? That is to convert this x variable into z variable, we use this z equal to x minus mu by sigma. So when a problem is given to find the probability using normal distribution, the first and foremost thing what we have to do is convert x in terms of z. So whatever x value he has given, the problem will be given in terms of x. To find the probability in terms of x, that particular x you have to convert into in terms of z. Then find this particular z value from the table what I have posted. That is the table distribution values I have already posted. From that particular table you have to find the value of this z. So first convert x in terms of z and find the probability in terms of z using that particular table. So now we'll go for the problem here. So the problem is given as for a normal variable x, mean is 12, standard deviation is 4. So you have to find the probability, required probability, some required probability he has given you, that is you have to find the probability of x which is greater than or equal to 20. So I told you for a normal distribution you require two parameters, that is the mean and standard deviation. Already the mean he has given it as 12 and standard deviation is 4. So using these two values we have to find the required probability. So he has asked for the probability of x greater than or equal to 20. I told you whatever x he has given, you have to convert it in terms of z. So that is with the formula z equal to x minus mu by sigma. This is the excuse me, x is equal to z equal to mu minus sigma. So here we want to find the probability of x greater than or equal to 20. So this is x is not equal to 20. He has given it as greater than or equal to 20. So what we do is you assume the value of x as 20. this greater than or less than or equal to will take later. So only whatever number he has given here, you consider this value as your x. You forget about the symbol what he has given you. So first we'll take the x value as 20. So z equal to x minus mu by sigma. So substitute the respective values, that is x is 20 minus mu is 12 by 4, sigma is 4. We got it as 2. So now what you have done is p of, I want to find p of x greater than or equal to 20. This you have converted into the equivalent value of z, that is z greater than or equal to this particular value 2. So now I have to find this particular probability. Forget about x. So we have converted x in terms of z. So for this particular z, depending on the value what you got for z, we have to find the probability. So see, for this particular normal distribution probability, it is compulsory that you have to use a figure. That is, you have to put this particular normal distribution curve, and then whatever you require you have to mark in this particular figure. Without this particular figure you can't do the problem. So actually this is at x equal to mu. Mu here we got x is equal to 12. They have given it is x is equal to 12. The corresponding value of z is always 0. Mu value will be, for the z variable it will be 0, and for the x whatever he gives you, that particular value will be the value of mu for x, but in z it will be always 0. So in terms of z, if you want to represent, it is 0. In terms of x, it will be the value what he has given you in the problem. So now I want the value of z. I have to find the value of z which is greater than or equal to 2. So this z is 0 actually. So now we'll consider this way. Z is 0. So some value here 1. I told you total it will be 3 only. So 1, 2, 3. So here this is the value of 2. This is positive 2. If it is negative, we go for the other side. So this is the value of 2. I want the probability of z greater than or equal to 2. So 2 and greater. It is to the other side. Shade the region what you want. This is the part which I want to find. So this is the region or the probability which I have to find. So if I have already given you the table of normal distribution, so if you look at that particular table, you have to clearly follow this particular table, how I tell you. What I tell you, you just follow this. So here, if you look at this particular figure, in this figure, the mean value is at the center. So this is z, that is z equal to 0, and he has shaded some particular part of the graph, that is a part of the curve. So all the values here in the table, whatever he has given you, are the values starting from this 0 to any particular point in the curve. So that means all these values, see to here, whatever value I have to find, it is from this particular 0 to some particular point, or 0 to the next point, 0 to some other point. So these values are all the values from 0. So here, if I want to get the value from 2 and more, I can't get it from the table, because in the table what he has given you, you can only get from this to 2. This part I can get, but from 2 to something else you can't get. All the values are from 0 to whatever you want, 2, or if it is 3, it will be up to here. So it is the values which are covered, whatever are given here, it is from 0 to some other point. It will be from 0 to some other point. So what I have to do here is, I can get the value from this 0 to 2, or 0 to 1, or 0 to 3. So what I do here is, the total area under the curve, you are taking it as, now we use that particular idea what we have, that is the total area under the curve is 1. So here if I want the value which is greater than or equal to 2, so that is the value of the total, that is here I have the values from 0 to this part. So how I can find is, from here to here you take the total value and subtract this particular value. Sorry, to get this particular value, from here to here whatever you have, take that total a value minus this part I can get from the graph, then it gives you this particular part. So from the total area is 1. If you take half of this, it is 0.5. From here to here it is 0.5, because 0.5 this side and the other side will be 0.5. Totally the area under the curve is 1. So from here, that is because it is a symmetric curve, so at the center the line whatever you draw will be at the center. So from here to till the end it will be 0.5, and on the other side it is 0.5. This is not minus 0.5 because this is the probability. Probability will be in terms of positive values only. Total area under the curve is 1. So half on the one side and other half on the other side. Don't take the value as minus 0.5. These axis values you can take minus 1, minus 2, minus 3. But the probability will be 0.5. So now I want 2 and more. So from this total, that is 0.5 minus the probability of Z, which is between 0 and 2. I have to write this way. The probability of the value which is from 0 to 2. So this will be 0.5 minus this value. I have to use the table for finding, because I told you in the table you have the values from 0 to any particular point. I can find it from 0 to 1.5, 0 to 1.24 or 0 to 1.1, any value. But it will be from 0 only. It will be from 0 to any particular point. So now this particular value I have to find from the table. So now the value I have to find from 0 to 2. So from this particular table, see, if you look at the table clearly, here you have x value, and on the top you have 0 0.00, 0 0.01, 0 0.02, 0 0.03, so on, and here 0 to 3. I told you the total values in the, that is in the graph, will be from 0 to 3 only. So plus 3 or minus 3, because these are the values what he has given you in the graph are the probabilities. So you can't take it as minus values. These are all probability values. So now I want the value from 0 to 2. So here under x, it is you have to go to 2, and on the top it is 0. So 2.0, here the first value 0.4772. you check from the table what I have sent you in your group. So I have sent this table, you see the table clearly. So it is 0.4772. the area is 0. That is the probability value will be 4772. subtract this and get the value. For example, if I want to find the value 2.14, so here it is 2, so 2.0 we have taken. If it is 2.14, if I want to find the value of Z, so 2.1 from the first column and 4 in the corresponding columns. So that particular value 2.14, whatever value you have here, it is 0.4838. You check from the table I have explained. So here if I want to find the value of 2.14, this is the way how you have to look at the table I am telling you. Next you try to understand, put the table in front of you and see. 2.14 means 2.1 from below x. 2.1 you have to look in x, and 4 will be the row wise, the first row wise. 0.00 you have, 0.01 you have, 0.02 you have, 0.03, 0.04. So 2.1 after decimal up to 1 digit you have to see in the first column itself, and the corresponding value whatever you want you have to look on the first row. So 0.14 and 0.21, this is 0.4838. so for example, if I want 1.73, if I want to find the value of 1.73 from the Z table, so 1 point up to 1.7 you have to look under X, and this 3 is actually 0.03. So 0.03 you have to look, and you have the table like this: 0.00, 0.01, 0.02, 0.03. So 1.7 you have to look here and 0.3 here. The intersection of both will be the value. So this way you have to look into the table. So if I want 1.73 is 0.4582. So this is the value of 7.13. Up to 7.1 you have to look under X, and whatever decimal value is left you have to look under that particular corresponding value. So this way you have to look into the table. Try to practice looking into the table, finding the values. So now this value comes to 0.228. So this is the probability of the normal distribution. So next problem you have, that is probability of X less than or equal to 12. So I told you whatever symbol he has given you, forget about less than or equal to, greater than or equal to, whatever you have. Only consider the number what is here. So I'll take my value of X is 12 and mu is 12, sigma equal to 4. So convert X in terms of Z. Z equal to X minus mu by sigma. So X is here 12 minus mu is 12 by 4. This is 0. So I want the value, that is I have converted the value of X in terms of Z. So now my required probability is the probability of X less than or equal to 12. That means it is the probability of Z less than or equal to this 12 I have converted into Z, that is 0. So now I want the probability of Z which is less than or equal to 0. So here I told you for a normal distribution without the figure you cannot do the problem. So it is compulsory to draw the normal distribution curve and write the probability what you require. So this I told you this value of Z will be 0. If you take in terms of X, it is the mu value. So we represent in terms of Z because my problem is in terms of Z here now. I have converted X in terms of Z. So Z equal to 0, and what is the probability I want? It is the value of Z less than or equal to 0. Without figure you can't understand which area you require. So for the corresponding Z whatever you have here, I have to convert it and represent it in the figure itself. So in the figure now, here this will be Z equal to 0. So I want the probability of Z less than or equal to 0. Less than or equal to 0. So this is 0 and lesser part. So this is the region what I require. This entire region. This part I require now. So the probability of this total region. So I told you this particular part is 0.5 and on the other part also it will be 0.5. So my required probability now is directly 0.5. There is no need of any particular value finding from the table. So my probability is 0.5 from this particular figure. So without this figure you cannot find the probability. So this figure is compulsory, you have to represent. So next, in the same way, I will show you one more simple problem. నిమిషాలు అయిపోయింది ఇది. ఎక్కుతుందా? Next, we'll see the next problem, just a small problem for your understanding. Here, mu is given as 151 and sigma is 15. So, he is asking you to find the probability of x which is in between 119.5 and 155.5. I told you forget about less than, greater than, whatever is given. Only consider the numeric values here. This is given as 119.5 and other value I have 155.5. The first and foremost thing what you have to do is convert each numeric value of x in terms of z. So just use z equal to x minus mu by sigma. Convert x in terms of z. So I have converted this, that is, will convert x in terms of z. We got it as minus 2.10. And other numeric value what you have is 155.5. For that also again z equal to x minus mu by sigma comes to 0.3. So what we have done here is we have converted x in terms of z for both the values what he has given you. So now this probability of 119.5 less than or equal to x less than or equal to 155.5 comes to p of this value we have converted into minus 2.10 less than z less than this 155, I got it as 0.3. So this value I have to find. So I told you if they ask you a problem in Poisson normal distribution, just put the figure first. Without figure you cannot find. So this is z equal to 0. And my value of z is between 0.3 and minus 2.10. Because this is minus 2.10, this will be to the left hand side of the curve. So this is minus 2.10. Approximately we are putting. Don't think that you have to put it here only. Because it is minus, we put on the left hand side of the line. And this is 0.3. Here, this is to the right of the line. So now my required probability is this total value. I have to find this particular value. Shade the region what you want. So now I told you whatever value I have to find from the table value will be from 0 to some particular value. So if looking at this figure, we have to split it. So this particular probability is taken as my z value which is between 0 and minus 2.10 plus 0 to 0.3. So this is minus 2.10 to 0 plus probability of z which is between 0 to 0.3. This part, half part, I have taken all the values in the table will be from this center line to any other part. So whatever, if I want this side also, take the value from the table from 0 to 2.10. Just put the value because it is the probability, you will take it as the same value what you have there. So to look at the table again. So now this table, from the table again, I want the z value from 0 to 2.10. So 0 to 2.10 means it is 0, 2.10. It is again 0.4821. 4821 plus 0 to 0.3. So forget about 0. Whatever values you have in the table are from 0. So from here to here, that means in the table I have to look for 0.3. 0.3 under x, it is 0.3, 0.1179. So just add these two, you will get the total probability. So this comes to 0.6. So this is the required probability, 0.6. So this way you have to find, and sometimes they'll give you a problem, that is they'll give you the total number of students. For example, there are 60 students in your class. The total students are 60 and they'll give you this data and they'll ask you to find the number of students with this probability. Number, if they ask you to find the number, find this probability, whatever probability we get, just multiply by total number, whatever he has given. So this will be 0.6 into the total students are 60. So this will be the total number. If they ask you to write the number, convert the probability, everything you have to do in the same way. Whatever probability we get here, just multiply by the total number what he gives you. Then the probability will be converted in terms of number. So this is the problems what you have in this particular normal distribution. So next, in the next topic, I'll just tell you about the some theory is there about the sampling theory. So after that sampling theory, this unit will be completed, second unit. So sampling theory, I'll do it in the next video. So that's all in the normal distribution. If you have any doubts, you just post it. Stop అవ్వట్లేదు. పోతుంది. ఇది స్టాప్ అవ్వట్లేదు. స్టాప్ అవ్వట్లేదు. ఏం చేయాలి అసలు? వెళ్తూనే ఉంది 2 నిమిషాలు. mouse where are you putting?